Hi everyone, this is Julie from BlueFeatherCreations.com. I am bringing you this video today because I want to discuss cycles of the soul. On my soul landscape page on my website, I have some information about cycles of the soul. And before I get into that, I would like to give reference to the music which is playing in the background. It is by Carlos Nakei, I hope I'm saying his name right, Earth Spirit. Cycles of the soul are part of our daily lives, even though we don't always take time to contemplate and evaluate what those cycles are trying to teach us and tell us. December 21st was the beginning of winter solstice. Winter solstice was the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of December 2015. The time of winter is a time of death and dying. It's also a time of returning to the great Creator, returning to God. This past year I have lost family members. They have returned to that source of creation, and their bodies were cremated, which will return to the dust of the earth. However, the light of their souls will live on forever and ever. For the body is just a container for the ride. As we go through winter and we experience the loss, whether it's a person in our life or whether it's a job or a friend or something physical such as a home, we must understand that this is a time that we are removing ourselves, ridding ourselves of those things that would burden us down and prevent us from creating the things in our life that we need for the incoming year. Using the cycles of nature and learning from them has always been the way of natives and indigenous people. Even in my culture, the Hawaiian culture, the earth played a vital part in the life of the people. Winter meant that it was time where things would be still in order to focus inward, to also cope, clean, and deal with those things in our psyche that needs to be dealt with. The sacredness of this cycle is the stillness that it provides. For only in stillness can we hear those things that we need to hear. In stillness, those voices emerge of those things that have hurt us, that had left marks on us. Those things we still carry in our mind. As those things surface, now is the time for us to deal with them. If you are unhappy in a relationship, it is time to be dealt with. If you are unhappy with the way you're being treated, with the current job, with your financial situation, now is the time to cut away all those things that are making a harder journey for you to travel. Like the tree that loses its leaves in the winter, it is bare. It is stripped bare of everything and exposed to the natural to nature, to the cold, to the wind. It is stripped of all false ideas of what it is. The beautiful leaves of flowers that it donned just the seasons before are just temporary dressings for it to express itself in this dimension. This is the same for us, but we must go deeper. We must dig deeper into our psyche, into the spiritual aspects of our heart and soul, and shed those things that no longer serve us. For in the lesson that the tree teaches, we need to shed all those things in order to bring forth something more beautiful. So take this time, my friends. Take this time to surrender to the elements of nature, to shed off of all those things that are making you sad, angry, or depressed. For the cycle is only temporary. And as we await the coming of spring, this path through the dark tunnel of what we call winter is a necessary part of our journey. If we refuse to acknowledge its existence or acknowledge its purpose, we will walk into the next cycle of our life unprepared. We will be holding on to those things that we no longer leave, to those dead branches and those dead leaves, those dead ideas. They will burden us down and we'll be unable to continue the way we need to. Spend time in meditation. Spend time sitting at the window quietly and watching. Watching the birds, watching nature and the way they interact. Watching the leaves drift across the ground. In this time of silence and darkness, of dark and dreary, it is a time to listen to your soul. It is talking to you and telling you what it no longer needs. It is telling you that to be able to have fertile ground and have a place to plant those seeds for the next cycle of your life, that you need to take those things, return them, so that the energy may be fertile to bring forth what you want. I say this with love. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey through life. I honor your journey, for it is yours and yours alone. I will see you again when we discuss the coming of spring and the spring equinox. Walk in your power, for you are the light of the source. Thank you.